Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Tag935. We're back again with another video, and this time Season 4 Reloaded has dropped, and with it we actually have some Modern Warfare Zombies content by way of the Unstable Rift. Alright, now these are very challenging, okay? It's not round based, it's more sort of wave based, okay? They basically flood you with zombies, a few bosses every sort of 5 minutes or so, but basically if you complete this Unstable Rift, you will get yourselves a 72-hour cooldown reduction, which effectively means, because the longest cooldown I think is 72 hours, that basically means anything you've crafted previously that is on cooldown will no longer be on cooldown, which means next game you can go straight in, craft it all again, and basically go again next game, which is pretty cool. But the best thing I think out of all this is this Mark of the Survivor camo that you get on the first completion of the Unstable Rift. As you can see, it's animated, it's red, it's super clean. I love it. But in order to do this, you're going to need to find and locate a bunch of obelisks within the map, okay? Now, there are numerous locations. I'm going to give you 9 that I know of, that I have found in my game. Right, the first one here is at farms over on the east side of the map, okay? If you go to this exfil location that it is normally, you'll find an obelisk there potentially. The next one is actually at Sahim Manor. If you go to the tennis courts here, if you look on the map, I'll show you now. If you come to this area on the map, you will find another location. Now there is actually another one just south of there as well, by the kind of like the range sort of area next to the water. There is actually a location there as well. I just haven't had that in game yet. Another location can be over here in the Seaport District. Again, this is another exfil location. If you come sort of in this general area here, you can find another obelisk here. And then moving on into sort of tier 2 area, okay, if you come to the fire section, this is another possible location. If you look on this area here on the map, you will see obviously the fire section next to the petrol station, and right outside the front of it is a location there for an obelisk. Another possible location is also basically over where Hafer apartment complex meets the Zaravan suburbs. There's a shop here and a car park. If you come to where this sort of island is in the middle of the car park, you will find can find an obelisk location located here. And then the next one for tier 2 that I know of is actually located next to the bad signal portal. Okay, so if you make your way over to the bad signal portal, and sort of halfway between the main building and the bad signal portal, up on the little mound, you can find another obelisk located here. So moving on to the tier 3 locations that I know of. Okay, if you make your way to the southwest area of the map, down by this archway where the mega bomb spawns in, to the left here you'll see a car park, and in here you can sometimes find one of the obelisks spawn in here. The next location within tier 3 is actually up by the perk machine, which is next to the grave where you pay your respects for the free elemental pop perk. But yeah, basically you can find one of the locations here. And the third and final one that I know of within tier 3 is actually up on the big hill that overlooks the rest of the tier 3 red zone, and just to the right of the portal, as I'm looking here, you should be able to see it roughly in this area here, okay? But that's the third and final one that I know of. At the time of making this video, these are the 9 that I know of. I know there is probably more. I'll update you guys as and when we find more, okay? But in order to actually complete these obelisks, okay, you're going to want to go up to one, and at the bottom, at the base of it, you will see a symbol, okay? Now this corresponds to an alternate ammo type, either dead wire, brain rot, cryo freeze, or napalm. And what you're going to want to do is make sure you have the right ammo type that corresponds to the pedestal on your gun. That's then going to enable you to interact with that pedestal. Once you do that, you can then basically go ahead and get kills. It is effectively a soul box, okay? Now, in order to spawn in one of the unstable rifts, 3 of these obelisks are going to need to be completed. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it doesn't matter who completes these 3, but basically when that third one is completed, it will spawn that in, okay? So somebody else could complete it, the rift could spawn right next to you, and you could just jump straight in that rift having not done any of it, okay? But as you can see here, when you complete that third and final one, you'll get the reward rift as normal, but it'll also then say the unstable rift has spawned in. Now shout out to Queen, she sent me some of the footage over because my Elgato actually failed me at this point. However, you can see here, the red rift spawns in. You need to head over, interact with it like you do any of the other portals, and then you obviously have to then all vote yes to go in. Once you do this, you get your countdown and you will go into that unstable rift. But like I said, be quick, because other players can and will use these portals if they see it and happen to be passing, having done none of the work to actually unlock it. So yeah, just bear that in mind. All right, now once you get into the unstable rift, you will be given a triple pack weapon, legendary. You will get given a gas mask, a self res. You will get given mags of holding, and you will get given perkaholic apart from tombstone. All right, so you do get kitted out, so you don't necessarily need to bring any of those items in with you, because you will get given them in here, but you're gonna need them, because trust me, this is not easy. All right, but basically you're gonna get waves of zombies, not round based waves, and each phase you have to complete a boss in order to finish that phase and move on to the next one, culminating in the boss from the last story mission, Etherport, where we went to Hydra. We had to kill the 2 mini bosses. We basically get that boss back, kill the 2 mini bosses, and then kill the disciple, and that is it, job done. All right, now this isn't easy, it is challenging, but don't worry, me, Queen, and BBK, we've got you. We have already found a super easy way to complete this rift, which involves killing hardly any zombies, just killing the bosses, and getting it done super easy. So if you want to see that, subscribe, because that video will be coming out dead soon. Like if you haven't, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Peace.